Hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube tutorial. Please forgive me for my eyebrows. I have them microbladed within the last week and I can't really do anything with them yet. Did it. Thanks guys. Bye. Hey guys, starting out with Skindinavia, the primer setting spray. Then I'm going to be grabbing Makeup Forever Step 1 and putting that all over my face as a primer. Alright, now I'm picking up my Giorgio Luminus Silk Foundation, pumping that on the back of my hand with 2 pumps. And then I'll be picking up my YSL Touche Claw, putting 1 pump of that on the back of my hand as well, mixing those together with my Beauty Blender. I'll be pouncing those onto my face, as seen. Picking up my Morphe brush, I'll be pouncing that onto my face as well, just as an added extra into the face as well, and all the way down my neck. Little hair. Come on, get off now. Down my neck. Picking up my Tarte Shape Tape as well, putting that under my eyes, both sides, left and right, down my nose, Cupid's bow, sides of my lips, chin, and also my forehead. Starting to blend that together into my skin for some added little extra coverage for the areas that need some extra brightness from my forehead. Now my under eyes to cover up any of the dark circles. Now picking up Kat Von D Shade and Light, putting the 2 top lightest shades under my eyes to give any brightening and to also set the Tarte Shape Tape so I do not have any creasing. Picking up some MAC powder to set my face as well and to give a little bit of color back into my face. Using a Morphe brush to apply this as well down my neck. Now I'm picking up my Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'll be putting some extra under my eyes and then also dusting it around my face and down my neck for some added, because I do have oily skin. Using my Morphe M4 or MB1, sorry, brush to apply the Laura Mercier powder all throughout my face and down my neck as well. Using my Too Faced bronzer powder and putting that on my cheekbones, sides of my face, down my neck for some color. Adding it to both sides of my temples and my forehead as well. Picking up my Kat Von D Shade and Light, picking up the 2 blower contour shades. I'll be using this to carve out my cheeks as well with my Morphe brush. This is the M437. Putting that to the backs of my cheeks forward as well to give some depth. Using this on both sides of my nose as well to actually give me some definition all the way up to just touching my eyebrows, bottom of my nose, bottom of my bottom lip as well. Going to be using it as well to the chin as well, down my neck to give a little bit of extra dimension. Picking up my Hourglass Ambient powder, going to put this all over my face. Gives a little bit of glow and also helps blend everything together. Now I'm dusting away the extra powder that was underneath my eyes as well from baking. Picking up this Urban Decay blush palette, using this 2 pink colors, adding it to my cheeks bringing it back to my temple area as well, giving a little bit of flush color. These colors are really pretty. I really enjoyed them. Give them a good thumbs up. Now picking up my Becca Jaclyn Hill palette for highlights and also blush, I'm going to use my Morphe M510 brush, and I'm going to be picking up the lighter shade. I'm going to be putting that as a highlight on both sides of my cheeks, past my eyebrows, towards my temples. Be using that on my nose as well. Cupid's bow, kind of on the lips, above my brows on both sides. Now picking up my Kat Von D color in Thunderstruck. I wanted a little bit of an extra highlight. Felt like this wasn't bright enough for me, so I'm going to add that to the tops of my cheeks, back to my temples a little bit on both sides, down my nose, Cupid's bow, both sides of my forehead, all over the place if I really could. Now using my Skindinavia makeup finishing spray to put some of these powders melted together into my face. Touching up the blush a little bit, making it a little bit brighter. Alright, zooming in, let's do some eyes. Let's look at the face first. Gonna be picking up MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, using my Beauty Blender, putting that all over both of my eyes, under my eyes a little bit, trying to avoid my eyebrows a little bit. They are still a little bit sensitive. And trying to cover the veins that my eyes have too, so they are not as noticeable. Now picking up Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm going to be setting my eyes with this Morphe brush and also tempera from the palette. Sweeping it in windshield motions back and forth down onto the eyelid as well, both left and right eye. I'll be using Dawn from the Subculture palette to go on my eyelid as well, to give some depth and dimension to my eyelid, going from windshield wiper motions from the left eye to the right eye as well. I'll be picking up Roxy and putting that just above where I was adding the Dawn color onto my crease for some color, and windshield wiper motions, and bringing it below to my bottom eye as well. Blending them to make them look good, a few times moving back and forth. Now I'm picking up Bon Fresco from the Modern Renaissance palette and putting that all over my lid for a color. Zooming in just a little bit more and picking up more of the Roxy color from the new palette from Anastasia, the Subculture, blending that in with the color from the Modern Renaissance palette as well. Now picking up Roxy again, I'll be putting this on my lower lash line from inner to outer corner as well, blending in windshield motions. Adding some more on top, left and right side as well. Now picking up Tempera from the Modern Renaissance palette again, I will be putting this color under my brow bone to highlight. Blending the brow bone color and more of Roxy together to have a nice transition. Picking up a Sigma E25 blending brush, using the Subculture color Rowdy, tapping off and putting that into my outer V and blending in just a little bit and under. Blending and smoking out just a little bit, zooming you out just a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit better. Now doing that to my left eye as well, blending. Kind of had a little bit of a hard time with this color at first. It wanted to be a little bit patchy, wanted to not smooth out as well. Took a little bit working with a couple of brushes, just kind of blend them out, moving them in and below, and adding a second layer for the right side as well, and blending that in, windshield motions on the lower lash and also going through my crease as well. Picking up the larger Sigma brush to blend out and make a good transition. The color actually turns out really nice and actually does not have any harsh edges. Picking up a Morphe brush from the Gunmetal collection with no name on it. Picking up Cypress Umber and Antiqued Bronze. Sweeping that on the lower lash line from inner to outer corner, blending them together with the darker purple shade. Just blending out the outer edges just a little bit with my Beauty Blender. And then I'll be picking up from the Subculture palette the color Cube. Really pretty color. It actually has like a shift to it. I really like this color. Putting that in my inner corner. Took a couple layers for it to actually make a lot of good payoff. But it does have like a pink tint to it and it's pretty cool looking. Going from left eye to the right eye as well. Bringing it in just a little bit. And then I will be blending it out a little bit as well with the Vermeer color from the Modern Renaissance palette. I'll putting that all over my lid. Darkening up the outer V as well. Brushing off the excess from the colors that I got on my cheeks as the fallout. Picking up MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash, putting that on my lower lash line, both left and right side. My lower lash line looks a little naked if I never put any lower mascara on. And I have to use two different mascaras, one for my upper and one for my lower. Now picking up Chanel La Volume de Chanel for my upper lashes. I'll be putting a couple coats of this on the left side and the right side. I actually really enjoy this mascara. It gives a lot of volume and some lift to the lashes. Now I'll be picking up my Kat Von D and my MAC 244, spritzing the brush with the Skindinavia finishing spray. I'll be putting that on my eyelid. The tempera shade from the Anastasia palette just wasn't bright enough for me, so I wanted to get a little bit of extra pop of color. Now I'll be blending that out a little bit to make sure that there is no harsh edges. Now picking up Kat Von D's color in Bow and Arrow for my lips. Starting at my Cupid's bow from the middle and going out. I like to kind of overdraw my lips a little bit as well because I do not have full lips. Just to kind of make the color stand out a little bit more. It's a really pretty color. I actually really like wearing this color a lot. It works with a lot of different eye looks. Picking up Kat Von D Thunderstruck again. I'll actually be patting this color onto my lips as well. Give a little bit of extra shine. And it actually is pretty cool looking with the lip color as well. This is my first time actually trying it out. Patting the color in with my finger and also using a beauty blender as well. I'm going to top off the lip a little bit with Buxum White Russian. Alright guys, this is the final look. Thanks for watching. See you next time.